expelled was just a bonus.
We will be discussing the 10 most anticipated returning shows on Netflix in the year 2025 in the video that we have for you today. There are a few series that are officially returning to the air, while others are still in the process of being developed. In addition, before we begin, I would like to remind you that you should always remember to subscribe and leave a like. And as always, thank you for watching. Number 10. A Man on the Inside.
All any of us really want.
Get out of my room, weirdo.
I don't do yoga. I'm naturally flexible.
It was announced in December 2024 by Netflix that the much-loved comedy series A Man on the Inside would be returning for a second season in 2025. This was a very exciting development. In the meantime, since they are keeping the storyline of the upcoming season a secret, let's review where we left off. The first season came to a close with Charles solving a mystery that was taking place in the retirement home. Just when he thought he could finally kick back and rest, he is approached for another inquiry, which is a hint that there are more exciting experiences to come. Many people have praised the show for its exploration of topics such as getting older, finding friendship, and finding one's purpose in life later in life. The depth and warmth that Ted Danson offers to the character of Charles as a result of his portrayal of the role has garnered praise from critics. What the next chapter has in store for Charles and his buddies is something that fans are anxiously anticipating. Number 9. Alice in Borderland. The third season of Alice in Borderland is scheduled to premiere in 2025. Although Netflix has not yet provided a specific date for the release of the new season, because the previous two seasons were released in December, there is a significant likelihood that the third season will also be released in December. In the fourth and last episode of the second season, the Joker card was used in a way that was unexpected and not included in the manga. That may indicate that we are going to be presented with new mental games, more difficult difficulties, and even more references to Alice in Wonderland. Netflix has not announced whether or not this will be the final season, but given that the show has already caught up to the manga, it is possible that the third season may either bring the plot to a conclusion or take it in a completely other route. Number 8. Furbar Season 2.
That was her by Lean Bomb.
What? You zip in, extract panda, grab the WMD?
Arnold Schwarzenegger will reprise his role as the protagonist in the upcoming second season of the action-packed spy comedy F.U.B.A.R., which will be available on Netflix. There is currently no specific release date for it, although it is anticipated to be released later on in this year. The launch of the first season, which took place in May 2023, was a huge success, and it dominated the television rankings on Netflix for several weeks. This time around, Arnold Schwarzenegger reprises his role as Luke Brunner, a former CIA agent who discovers that his daughter is now employed by the agency. Carrie-Anne Moss, who starred in The Matrix, has joined the cast this time around to play a former East German spy, and Luke's old flame, who is now a formidable adversary on a worldwide scale, as a result of Schwarzenegger's typical combination of humor and action, as well as Moss's portrayal of a serious antagonist. The second season is shaping up to be even more insane. According to Schwarzenegger, filming is proceeding normally despite recent concerns about his health. Stay tuned for the release of a trailer, which should happen very soon. Number 7. Black Mirror.
You look crazy.
I'm a murderer.
You be all crazy one.
Is that Salma Hayek?
Bingo.
Season 7. A new season of Black Mirror will be released on Netflix in the spring of 2025, marking the return of the show. There will be a total of 6 episodes this time around, one of which being a continuation of the fan favorite USS Callister from the 4th season. In addition to Awkwafina, Peter Capaldi, Emma Corrin, and Issa Rae, the cast is filled with a multitude of talented individuals. Charlie Brooker, the show's creator, has hinted at the possibility of returning to the show's origins by incorporating dark and dramatic stories from a variety of genres. You should anticipate a range of episode durations, with some episodes stretching to feature length, all of which will provide that characteristic dystopian atmosphere of Black Mirror. Number 6. Nobody Wants This Season 2.
I
Are you dating Hot Rabbi?
We definitely are a we.
I just heard him introduce you as his friend.
Who's your friend?
There's not a Jewish bone in her body, unless you put one in her.
The unexpected success of Netflix's Nobody Wants. This will be returning for the second season, and the wait won't be too lengthy. Following the conclusion of their interfaith relationship, Kristen Bell and Adam Brody reprise their roles as Joanne and Noah in the next Netflix series. The unresolved tension between Sasha and Morgan will at long last receive some attention. Nevertheless, you should not anticipate any complicated love triangles because the writers are maintaining the show's tone throughout the entire episode. The second season will continue to establish strong female characters while also addressing criticisms that have been leveled in the past regarding Jewish representation. Filming is scheduled to begin in February, and the release is scheduled for September, which is perfectly in line with Rosh Hashanah. Number 5, Stranger Things, Season 5.
No matter what it takes, we can break Vika's hold.
I have to find her before it's too late.
It is anticipated that the 5th and final season of Stranger Things will be released in 2025, and it may be split into 2 parts. It has been reported by What's on Netflix that the initial batch of episodes might be released in October, while the remaining episodes would be released in November. The Duffer Brothers have referred to this season as big and epic, and they have promised that it would be non-stop intense. Following the cliffhanger that occurred in the 4th season, in which Vecna tore open a large gate leading to the Upside Down, fans are getting ready for a confrontation. In addition to the return of the original cast, there are no new characters being introduced, and there is even talk of a special theatrical premiere. Despite the fact that this season will be more expansive than the previous one, it will still have the same iconic Stranger Things vibe, with the emphasis remaining on the Hawkins crew. Number 4, The Diplomat Season 3.
To London.
Does she know about me?
Yeah, she definitely knows.
Can you hear me?
No.
In 2025, the 3rd season of the political thriller series, The Diplomat, will be released on Netflix. Kerry Russell reprises her role as Ambassador Kate Weiler, who must navigate high-stakes diplomacy decisions while also overcoming personal obstacles. As a result of President Rayburn's departure, Vice President Grace Penn, played by Allison Janney, assumes the role of president. Bradley Whitford joins the cast to play Todd Penn, Grace Penn's husband. This season places Kate in the middle of a new relationship that is fraught with tension, particularly given the fact that she is aware that Penn was engaged in a previous bombing. This season, according to the show's creator, Deborah Kahn, flips the chessboard and pushes Kate to confront the repercussions of achieving exactly what she desired. Movies are currently being shot in New York and London, and the release is anticipated to take place later this year. Number 3, The Sandman Season 2. Season 2 of The Sandman has at long last arrived. I fell in love with the first season because of the way it constructed its universe and the captivating story it told, and it is wonderful to see that production has now been completed for the second and final season. We are beginning to get a glimpse of what is going to happen once the show was renewed in the latter half of 2022. This season, which is based on the renowned graphic books written by Neil Gaiman, leads us into the Season of Mist's storyline, in which Lucifer gives Morpheus the key to hell, which in turn sets off a violent race among immortals. At a feast that Dream himself will give, we will also get the opportunity to meet Norse gods such as Thor, Loki, and Odin. Be prepared for the season to be divided into 3 distinct parts. Both Preludes and Nocturnes and The Doll's House were adapted for the first season, while Season of Mists and A Game of You will be the primary emphasis of the second season. Number 2, Wednesday Season 2.
Want to take a stab at being social? I do like stabbing.
As a result of Wednesday's enormous popularity in 2022, Netflix discovered a show that has the potential to compete with their own Stranger Things. Netflix swiftly affirmed that there will be a sequel after the project's popularity. The second season of Wednesday is scheduled to be released in September 2025, and production is expected to be completed by November 2024. The upcoming season is going to have a more sinister tone, and it will go even farther into Wednesday's capabilities. Jenna Ortega, who plays the lead role, is taking on the role of producer and has hinted at the possibility of more intriguing character developments. The production has also been relocated to Ireland, which represents a significant shift in location. 4 episodes will be directed by Tim Burton, who will maintain his trademark flair throughout the entire process. Horror and friendships will take the spotlight during this season, while romance will take a backseat. Fans can anticipate an action-packed season that will put them in the driver's seat. Number 1, The Witcher, Season 4.
Neutrality. It won't get you a statue.
We're witches.
Is that so?
Liam Hemsworth will be taking up the character of Geralt of Rivia, which was formerly played by Henry Cavill, when the 4th season of the critically acclaimed series, The Witcher, returns to Netflix in 2025. This will be a significant new development for the show. He is joined by a number of well-known actors, including Danny Woodburn in the role of Zoltan and Lawrence Fishburne as the vampire Regis. The plot of this season will follow Geralt as he embarks on a more in-depth and perilous quest for Ciri, who has gone into hiding after discovering her true power and purpose. During this time, the continent is on the verge of war, with Nilfgaard engaging in conflict with the northern kingdoms during this time. Along with Geralt and Ciri, Yennefer is taking on a leadership role, and they will be confronted with a variety of perilous situations, including violent conflicts and magical threats. But in addition to that, Vorts, a vicious sorcerer who is pulling strings in order to acquire what he wants, is also hunting them down.